What would you do if you accidentally discovered a secret that could destroy your best friend's life? I want to share a story that literally turned my life upside down. Maybe after hearing this, you can help me understand whether I did the right thing. It all started 3 months ago. I have a best friend named Sarah. We've been friends for 5 years since college. She's married to Michael, and they always seemed like the perfect couple. Charming, successful, deeply in love. Their wedding was like a fairy tale, and I was her maid of honor. But life, as it turned out, is not a fairy tale. That fateful evening, I was leaving work late. As I walked to my car, I saw a familiar figure near an expensive restaurant across the street. Michael. But he wasn't alone. Next to him stood a pretty blonde in a red dress. They were talking intensely, and this clearly wasn't a chance encounter. At first I thought, maybe it's a business meeting? But then Michael took her hand and kissed her. Not on the cheek like an acquaintance. On the lips. Long and passionately. My heart dropped. I stood frozen, watching my best friend's husband cheating right before my eyes. The same Michael who just a week ago had given a toast at Sarah's birthday about how much he loved her. I quickly ran to my car, hands shaking. All the way home, one question kept spinning. What do I do now? At home, I couldn't find peace. Should I tell Sarah? What if I misunderstood? Maybe it was his cousin? Although what cousin kisses like that? I decided to wait a week. Maybe it was a one-time thing. Maybe Michael would confess himself. But that week was pure hell. Every time Sarah called, telling me about their plans to have a baby, I felt like a traitor. When we hung out together, I couldn't look Michael in the eyes. And he acted like nothing happened, smiling, hugging Sarah, making vacation plans. The worst part was when Sarah started sharing her doubts with me. She said Michael had become distant, staying late at work, having mysterious business meetings. Jess, she told me over coffee, am I being paranoid? I feel like Michael is hiding something, but when I try talking to him, he brushes me off. I saw the pain in her eyes. Sarah sensed something was wrong but couldn't figure out what. And I knew. And stayed silent. Maybe you're overthinking things? I lied. Michael loves you. 2 weeks later, I saw them again at the shopping mall. Holding hands, laughing, choosing something at a jewelry store. Michael was buying her a ring. That same evening, Sarah called me in tears about how Michael missed dinner again, claiming another client meeting. You know what, Jess, she said, voice trembling. Maybe I'm too clingy? Maybe he needs more freedom. I listened to her blame herself while he was buying gifts for another woman. My heart was breaking. The breaking point came the next day. Sarah called, sobbing. Jess, can you come over? I found a jewelry store receipt in his pocket. An expensive ring. But he hasn't given me anything. I'm going crazy. She suspected but was afraid to believe it. At that moment, I realized I couldn't stay silent anymore. Sarah, I began, I need to tell you something difficult, but you need to know. I told her everything. The restaurant, the mall, the ring. Sarah listened in stone-cold silence. Why didn't you tell me right away? She finally asked. I didn't know how. I hoped it would pass. 2 weeks, Jess. 2 weeks you knew while I was going crazy. There was pain and resentment in her voice. At Michael, but at me too. Sarah confronted Michael that night. He denied everything at first, then got angry, accusing me of turning his wife against him. But when Sarah showed him the receipt, he broke down and confessed. The affair had been going on for 4 months. The woman was Katie from his company. They were planning to move in together, and the ring was their engagement symbol. Sarah kicked him out immediately. 3 months have passed. Sarah filed for divorce. Michael moved in with Katie. And I lost my best friend. Sarah doesn't directly blame me, but our relationship changed forever. She says she understands my difficult position, but still feels hurt. If you had told me right away, she repeats, I wouldn't have wasted time blaming myself. Sometimes I think I did right. Sarah learned the truth, freed herself from a lying marriage, can start fresh. But sometimes I wonder, what if I'd stayed silent? Maybe Michael would have ended it and their marriage could have been saved? Now I'm tormented. Was I a good friend who told the bitter truth, or a traitor who destroyed a family? Did I do right telling Sarah about the affair? Or should I have let them figure it out themselves? What would you have done? Was it worth risking friendship for truth? Can silence be forgiven when it's meant to protect from pain? I still don't know. But one thing I'm certain of, sometimes truth really can destroy everything dear to you. The question is it worth it?